So hello friends, in this video we will be making this cool looking image with forest and land in Blender. So I will be using Blender version 3.1. So if you are using any other versions, then just make sure you catch up the tutorial. So all the assets in this video will be linked in description. So just go to my GitHub page and there you can download all the assets. And to get the key for the zip file, make sure you watch the full video. So without wasting your time, let's get started. Okay, so the keys which I press on my keyboard will be visible here. So you can just watch here the keys which I press. So if you just don't follow up the tutorial. So now what I'll do is I'll press A once or twice to select everything and delete them. So at the beginning we will add terrain in our scene. So Shift A, mesh, plane. So this will be our terrain. We will just scale it somewhat this. So in other tutorials we were subdividing our terrain, but in this tutorial we will not be doing so because our terrain will be little far away from our camera, so we don't need much high details, so we will not be subdividing it. So now we will add a camera to our scene. Shift A, camera. Now press Ctrl Alt 0 to switch our camera to our present view. Shift F to make it a first person look. You can use your mouse to turn around, WASD to move forward and backward, E to move up and Q to move down. So just I'll place my camera somewhere here. Okay, so now what we will do is we will import our land model. So to import the land model, go to file and import, and here go to FBX, wavefront OBJ. I just missed something. So here you'll see that this is our file. So let me show you in my folder. So this will be my file. This will be available on my GitHub, so you can just go there and download it. After downloading it, you can just extract that. So this will be my file. So here it will have like this 5 items. The first one is the ground. In this it will be textures. The second one is the land with the land textures. The next one will be tree with tree textures, and the last two are just 2 images. So remember that these models are only for learning purpose, and you cannot use these models for something else or for any commercial purposes. This is just for this learning purpose. Okay, so now again I'll go to my Blender file. So here my asset folder. Here I'll just select land. So next select on land obj.obj. Click on import obj. Wait for some time so that the model loads. Now here you will see that the land size is too large, so we'll scale it down. Press S for scaling. Okay, so now what we do is our land is somewhere here, so now we want our land to be placed here. So what we do is press G, Shift Z. So if you press Shift Z, our line will only move in X and Y direction. It will not move in Z direction. So that, for example, if we move on Z direction, you can see that the line just goes below our plane. So we don't want our line to move in Z direction. So we'll just move in other directions except Z. So press G to move or G to grab, Shift Z, and I will move somewhere here. Now I'll scale it a little bit. Yes, I think it's fine here. So now what we will do is, okay, remember one more thing, that this axis, the diagonal axis, sorry, this one, yes, the tail should be pointing somewhere in the diagonal axis. Remember that the tail should not point more away from the diagonal axis, and even this leg should be pointing towards this one. So remember this feature or these points. Okay, so the reason I said you that the tail should be pointing in this direction and the leg should be pointing in this direction is there are some features of photography. This one was, I guess, horizontal. There are other rules like spiral golden rules, you should say. So this one was one of them. Okay, so now I'll just again go to select mode so that I can select everything. So now we will import our trees. So to import the trees, go to files import, and this time we will import FBX, not OBJ. So select FBX. Now again I'll go to my asset folder. So this is my asset folder. I'll select this one. Now we will select trees. Now we will select 2.fbx, import. Wait for some time so that Blender can load the file. Okay, so now my Blender file has loaded the tree. You can see here the tree is too small, so I'll scale it up. Now even I will rotate it in X direction 90 degrees. So you can see the tree should be approximate size of this lion. Now we will do the same thing. Import FBX for the second tree, this 3.fbx. Wait for some time. Now the tree has been loaded. You can see here. I'll scale it up, rotate 90 degrees. I'll just move it somewhere here so that I can see the size of my tree. Yes, so now we will import one more tree. I have just added the tree to the folder. So just go to file, import, again FBX, and this time our name is 1.fbx. So import FBX. Again wait for some time so that our Blender can load the model. I'll scale the tree, rotate it 90 degrees, place it here, and just the reason I am placing the trees some away from this point is because I want to see the size of the tree matches the line. I'll scale somewhere here and even scale this one down. Yes. So now if you look through the camera view, you can see the trees are here. So now what we do is we will just randomly place our trees around here. Okay, so remember that if you want to duplicate the trees, you can just press Shift D. Yes. Now I'll be duplicating these trees few more times. You can place as you want, but I am just randomly creating a forest to get a nice angle. Now what I'll do is I'll not duplicate the big trees, I'll just duplicate the small trees at the end somewhere here so that it looks like we are in the forest. You can even rotate them randomly. There is nothing big issue. Okay, the last thing is that remember that you need to duplicate these big trees like 4 to 5 times. If you do it more, then your PC may hang and even it starts lagging. So even though this big tree catches the most of our scene, like here, there, this one and this one, remember that you don't add more of them. Okay, now I think this is good enough. Yes. So now what we will do is we will add our birds. So 2 birds here. So before adding the birds, I'll just hide all my other trees. So just select the tree, H for hiding. The reason I am hiding the trees is because I don't want my processor to I don't want my device to lag, so that while recording the tutorial my device starts lagging. I don't want that. Yes, I have hidden all the unwanted trees. Okay, so now to add birds, what we do is again go to file, import FBX, and in the assets folder here I have added one more folder called birds, which will be having bird models. So here we have 2 models, Parrot 1 and Parrot 2. So we'll import both the models. So Parrot 1 import FBX / to select the Parrot 1. Now what I'll do is I'll select the mesh, press Ctrl I to invert it. then delete all the extra necessary things. The reason I am deleting this is because I don't want the rig, because I'm not animating it. So press slash, so you can see our parrot model is too large according to our scene. So I'll scale it down, place it somewhere here, scale down, again move it in Z direction, rotate, yes, rotate. So now what I'll do is I will even rotate it in Y direction, you can see, so that only the wings are more likely visible but not the legs. And I'll place it somewhere here. Now I'll import the another parrot model, import FBX parrot2, import /2, only view the parrot. Now here you can see that the mesh is not properly visible or it's fully deformed. So to do it properly, what we can do is select the mesh, again Ctrl I to invert it, invert selection and delete everything. Now you'll see that once we have deleted, our parrot model is properly visible. Even I'll scale it down, place it here, scale down. I think it's too large. Yes. What I'll do is I'll place this parrot here and this one here. Again, make sure that you rotate it in Y direction so that wings are likely visible. I'll place it here, scale this one a little bit. Yes. So now the last part is to add cloud and butterflies. So to add butterflies, what you should do is press Ctrl Alt U to go to Blender preferences. If you don't know the shortcut keys, then just go to this edit and you can just click on preferences. Now here search for images and make sure that this is enabled. Now go to this section, save preferences, press Shift A and here go to image, click on image as plane. Now again browse to your asset folder. Here you just select the butterfly PNG, click on import as plane. Now you can see our butterfly has been imported. So this will be our butterfly. I will scale it down, rotate it properly. So this part is just aligning, nothing else. So if you press dot on your keyboard, you can just view the butterfly model clearly. Now I'll just click, I will add a ring over here. I think I should go in edit mode, yes. Ctrl R to add a line. Now I'll just select all the other corners and make them little up so that it's in a shape of butterfly. I'll duplicate it a few more times. Yes, it's approximately 5 times. Select 2 random butterflies and make their wings little different. I'll just put them down. Not this much. Yes. Select this butterfly, make its wing like this. Okay, so this both butterfly wings are gone upward. We don't want that, so just make it properly. Yes. Okay, so now it's proper. I think so. Yes. Okay. So now it's time for random placement. Don't worry if your butterfly are not placed proper or if they are not rotated properly. This butterfly scene is too small though, so a player can ignore that. I will duplicate it one more time, 6 times. Okay, so now we will add our cloud. So image as plane. Again, go to assets folder, click on this cloud PNG, click on import as plane. Okay, so due to wrap, now this we will place our cloud somewhere here. I'll rotate it properly. Place it here. Shift Z to view this. There are no lighting setups, so don't worry about that. Yes, I'll place my cloud somewhere here. Shift D, duplicate it, scale it down. Yes. Now you can see that our butterflies, these birds are not properly rotated. I'll even rotate them. Yes, here there is one issue, and the issue is the bird legs are down, and if you go upside you can see that our legs are visible from up. So we will fix this in a minute. Other than this, I think everything is quite good. So now to fix this, just select the bird. In the material section, go to bottom. Here just select on alpha clip. So now the issue has been gone. Even do the same thing for this one, alpha clip, and the issue has been gone. So here, to have a random color for this butterfly, we'll just change it in our next chapter. If I unhide everything, okay, you can see our scene has been quite good. The issue here is this back section is quite visible. Yes, I'll even hide it by using this tree. Yes, I'll do the same thing here. I don't want this tree, so I'll select the other tree. Shift D to duplicate, G and move it in the opposite of Z axis. Place it here. Yes. Okay. So the line is pink. No need to worry about that. So the setup part has been completed. So in our next chapter, we'll learn how to add materials